In overtime, the Warriors beat the Cavaliers 124-114. And I want to jump right into the final seconds of regulation because I'm seeing a narrative. Everybody's talking about this. I want to ask you, the viewer, the question, why is everybody blaming J.R. Smith? I know what happened. You know what happened. I'll explain in a minute what happened, but I don't understand how you can watch the game last night and then your takeaway can be, you know what? It's J.R. Smith's fault that the Cavaliers lost. What? Did we? I don't understand. I think we watched the same game and I simply don't get it. I don't understand why everybody's blaming J.R. Smith. So here's what happened in the final seconds of the Cavaliers and Warriors game. At least here is the final seconds of regulation. This is really when the Cavaliers lost the game. It was in the final 10 seconds of regulation. So here's the setup. The Cavaliers are down by 1 point. It is 106-107. The Cavaliers have the ball. So the Cavaliers have the final possession of regulation. They're down 1. So LeBron James has the ball in his hands. LeBron James is dribbling at the top of the key. Now with 4.7 seconds left, LeBron James decides to pass the ball to George Hill. And that's kind of where it really started going wrong was LeBron James had a chance to take the final shot and he passed it up. LeBron James gave the ball to George Hill, but here's what happened. George Hill got fouled. So with 4.7 seconds left, the Cavaliers are down 1 point. George Hill gets 2 free throws. George Hill makes the first, but he misses the second. It's a tie game. And J.R. Smith gets the rebound from the missed free throw. Now, J.R. Smith takes the ball. He dribbles out the clock. He runs away. I think he must have thought the Cavaliers were up by a score. For some reason, J.R. Smith dribbles out the entire clock and regulation ends. And LeBron James is here. Everybody's kind of like, what in the world is he doing? And I understand the impulse, the maybe the desire to blame J.R. Smith because J.R. Smith is the last thing we remember from regulation. But I don't understand. I don't understand why everybody's blaming this man. I get J.R. Smith, clear mistake. He had a lack of self-awareness. But there are 2 people I would blame before I get to J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith is maybe the third biggest reason why the Cavaliers lost last night. There are 2 big reasons 2 big people that are to blame, and it's George Hill and it's LeBron James. So may I point out, if George Hill simply makes his second free throw, nobody's talking about J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith never touches the basketball. If George Hill would have simply made his second free throw, it would have put the Cavaliers up 108-107. But beside the missed free throw, what's more important here is LeBron James. LeBron James is the first person I would blame for the Cavaliers' loss last night. See, LeBron James had the ball with 4.7 seconds left, and he passed it up and gave the ball to George Hill. And I want to know why. He literally had the game in his hands and then literally threw it away. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Why would LeBron James pass up the final shot? Maybe you can argue, I'm sure someone will make this argument. It was the right basketball move. George Hill was open, yada, yada. I don't care. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, nobody passes up that opportunity to take the final shot. He has the ball in his hands, less than 5 seconds left, and he decides to pass it? That makes no sense to me. I don't understand. Again, LeBron James had an opportunity to shoot the final shot, and he decided not to. He had the game in his hands, and he passed it up. It reminds me of something, I just finished a semester of college. I had a class called astronomy, and we'd turn in our assignments every Friday to this dumb little box in one of our professors' hallways. And my friend offered to me one time, he said, hey, I can turn in your homework for you if you want. I'm going to go there later. I can do it for you. And I turned him down because I would rather control my own destiny. What if he forgets? What if he turns it into the wrong box? I have all these things. You know what? I can deal with it myself. If I can do it myself, I will, because I don't want to put my fate in someone else's hands. And last night, LeBron James put his fate in someone else's hands. Why is LeBron James not taking the final shot? Why is his fate being determined by J.R. Smith or by George Hill? It makes no sense. I just don't understand. I cannot understand why LeBron James would pass the ball to George Hill. That is the one I can't get over. He had an opportunity to take the final shot. He didn't, and as a result, George Hill screwed up and J.R. Smith screwed up. And people are talking about George Hill and J.R. Smith, but nobody's talking about the fact that LeBron James had an opportunity. He could have made something happen and taken the final shot, and he didn't. See, if I screw up, if I take my assignment, if I turn my assignment in late, or I turn it into the wrong box, or I just forget, then it's on me, and I can live with it if I make the mistake. But I can't live with it if I give it to someone else and they make the mistake. LeBron James gave the ball to someone else and they made multiple mistakes. See, I would rather LeBron James take the final shot and miss. Then if LeBron James loses, guess what? It's on him. He's going to have to deal with it. That's fine. But I do not understand at all why LeBron James passed up the final shot and gave an opportunity to somebody else. It's just weird, and I just don't get it. I don't understand. I'm going to talk about multiple times in this game last night where LeBron James decided to tempt fate. Instead of putting the game in his own hands, instead of grabbing opportunities for himself, LeBron James simply gave opportunities to other people and left fate up to other people. And it let him down, but I don't understand. LeBron James had it in his hands. 4 seconds left. LeBron James should take the final shot. He should not pass, and I do not understand. Look, he's better learn from it. Like, LeBron James better, if he ever gets this opportunity again, I want him to take the final shot. And he may not. That's what's sad is LeBron James may not get this opportunity again in this NBA final series. LeBron James blew it last night. That's what no one's willing to say. They're talking about J.R. Smith or George Hill. The point is, LeBron James had the ball, 4 seconds left, and an opportunity to take the final shot, and he passively did not take his shot. He literally passed the ball away. He literally had the game in his hands, an opportunity to win the game, and he passed it up. That is what I take away from last night's loss, and that's what's very confusing to me. LeBron James had it, and he did not take it. That's what I can't forget about last night's Game 1 loss by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Thank you so very much for watching. Remember, you can subscribe to Strong Opinion Sports on iTunes, on SoundCloud, and on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube, as well as my best, most interesting clips. If you like Strong Opinion Sports as much as I do, help me grow this podcast by telling your friends about this show. Share it on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow this podcast by telling your friends. Thank you so much, and have a great day.